Hello guys, Wahoo here, back in another video. This time around, redoing the best class delve because I made a horrible mistake, guys, and it's because of this here buddy boy right here, the Tomb Racer. I did not realize that the Tomb Racer was as strong as it was. The information I got was not significant enough. I didn't research enough, and that's on me, guys. I got a few comments on the last video talking about that the Tomb Racer was actually quite stronger than that, and I did some research, and what I've found out is that it is quite stronger. So I had to redo this video here. It was significant enough to redo the video. Some of my videos are some you would call them outdated, but they still hold up today. That's why I haven't redone all like my build videos and stuff like that. I have updated in the comments that people should get like a ton of light, but that's not like I wouldn't say that's enough to actually change those build videos yet. There might be more changes, and then I will redo every video that I've ever done. I will always redo them, guys, if the information in them are like significant enough for me to redo a video, because a video does take a lot longer to do, and a comment, it takes like no second to kind of redo, or a description to redo, right? So I do want to thank you again for the comments, and it made me, redo the video, and I can now, bring in the more accurate information. So we do have the tier list right here on the screen right now. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to correct myself, and I do want to talk about all of them. So in the S tier, we do have the, Ice Age. It is up there in the Ice Age still. It's still rocking as the almost like, I would say, the #1 class. The other class in there is, of course, the Gunslinger, and those are very close to each other. So #1 would be the Ice Age. The #2 would probably be the Gunslinger. I've heard recently, though, that the Explosive Gem, if you know that gem, if you are more of an mid-tier endgame player, you know what an Empowered Gem is, and you know what the Explosive Gem is. I've heard recently that when the explosion occurs, the Explosive Gem does the explosion basically pushes the enemies quite far away, and I haven't tested that myself, so it's subject to change, and it might also be a bug right now. So before you go ahead and change your Explosive Gem, just keep that in mind. If you are going in and somebody says to you, do you have an Explosive Gem, and you say yes, and they want you to change it, it's because there is this thing right now. But it's also for the deeper delves. And also, before we kind of go through all the classes, and you might have already closed the video because your class was not in there, all of these classes can do mid-tier delves. And also the delves are very dynamic, so if you have very low power rank, it's also going to start you off a very low power rank. But any class with a decent amount of power rank can go and solo the mid-tier delves, as I call them, which is from around 110 to 125. They can do them with basic light and basic stats and stuff like that. Just disclaiming that just because your class is specifically in the B tier does not mean that it can't do delves, but it can't go very deep, and you want to min-max, of course, your gear to do so. But we're not talking about that. We're just talking about these here classes, and also want to disclaim that this is, more of me pushing you towards some of the more better classes. So if you're rocking, for example, a Chloromancer, which is pretty good, but it lacks maybe a little bit compared to some of the other classes. And also, I know there's some lines between these S, A, and B tiers. There's some lines, and they can also be moved a little bit. So even though the Tomb Racer right now is in the A tier, it could be in the S tier as well. So I guess I could just put a picture of the Tomb Racer both in the A tier and the S tier, because what I've heard so far is that the Tomb Racer is around where the Draco is, and Draco is very, very strong. But basically I could maybe put them all in the S tier for sure. My point again is just that I'm pushing you guys towards maybe better classes. If you're rocking some of them, the B tier, maybe you should try to look into some of the other tiers. But it doesn't mean that your class sucks or you have to redo everything or whatnot. Just have fun playing, and then if later on when you get to the end game, maybe focus on some of the more better tiers, because every class can do delves basically, and you don't really have to push the deep ones. to get your Crystal 4 if that's what you're looking for. And we don't know what Crystal 5 is yet, I'm just saying. So continuing with the list, I did have to put that in there, so you guys hopefully heard all that, and you guys take that in consideration when you are seeing this tier list, both this one and the old one as well. But yes, those two are definitely in the S tier. In the A tier, we got, of course, the Draco, we got the Pirate Captain, we got the Revenant. We also got the Dino. Maybe the Dino is a little bit more closer to the B tier than it is to, well, not to the S tier, of course, but it's in there, I would definitely say, because of attack speed and the amount of light you are actually available right now. And like I said, the Tomb Racer and the Draco is very close to each other. They're very tanky, very sustainable damage. I really like the Draco. That's my main class, and I just don't feel like it's, personally, I don't feel like it's as strong as the S tiers ones, but I might be very wrong on that, and I'm sorry if I did. But you can definitely run a Draco in the S tier as well. The Neon Ninja is a little bit special in there because the Neon Ninja is not it's not very good on damage, but it is in the A tier. I put it there because of how you can rush through, how the speed of it. So sometimes it's very much about getting to the boss room, and sometimes it's very good to have a Neon Ninja in there. So it's not because of its damage or survivability or stuff like that. It's more of its utility, basically, of the movement speed you can get on the Neon Ninja and rush through these. And people use this quite often, so that's why I put it in the A tier. So just want to use a disclaimer there. And again, all the classes in the B tier are just kind of mixed in there. Some might be in the A tier, there's not really room for them right now, but it's just a picture. But my point is that Fate Trickster, for example, can probably be pretty good. Candy Barb and stuff like that. But I'm just, again, trying to push you towards some of the classes that are people, maybe focus more on the deep delver people, focus more on these S and A tier classes. And I just want to push you guys a little bit more towards those. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say with all the tier list. Again, all classes can do most of all the other content there is out there. So this is more specific, of course, to what I've seen people and what research people have been doing. So don't be discouraged if your class is in B. Just finish up your B class tier if you're gonna say it like that, and then maybe you wanna, for your next class, wanna pick like the Gunslinger or the Ice Age, Tomb Raiser, Revenant, you name it, right? So it's more about doing that. So if you guys made it this far in the video, thank you so much, and I hope you guys listened to everything I had to say. Again, you are very welcome to put comments in the comment section, funny enough. Put comments down there if there was something I missed or something that was still a correction, and I will try to explain it. And again, I appreciate you guys keeping me true to the truth, anyways, I think the best is just to end the video here right now before I make more of a clown of myself. But anyways, enough talking. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.